We spend so much time searching for the right person, reading advice about finding someone who's ready for a relationship. But how often do we really look inward and ask ourselves if we're emotionally available? It's not always easy to recognize in ourselves. Sometimes it feels safer to point the finger outward, to blame bad luck or the wrong people, than to admit that maybe, just maybe, we're the ones holding back. Think about the last few times you met someone new. Did you keep things light, cracking jokes when conversations turned deep? Did you find yourself changing the subject, or suddenly needing to leave when feelings or the future came up? You might chalk it up to just not clicking, but what if it's more about protecting yourself than about who's in front of you? For a lot of us, emotional unavailability is a quiet defense, built up after years of being hurt or let down. Maybe you learned early on that showing feelings could lead to embarrassment, rejection, or even punishment. Or perhaps you went through a breakup that left you doubting whether it's safe to trust anyone again. So, without even realizing it, you start hiding behind humor, busyness, or endless casual dates. Sometimes, emotional unavailability means you're always the listener, never sharing your own dreams or problems. You might seem open and friendly, but when it comes to letting someone see your insecurities, your fears, or your hopes, you close the door. You become a master at small talk, but deep down, real connection feels terrifying. Another sign? Choosing partners who are themselves unavailable. If every person you're drawn to isn't ready, is too busy, or doesn't want commitment, ask yourself if you're subconsciously picking people who can't get close, so you never have to either. It's easier to blame them than to face your own fear of intimacy. I knew a guy who was always popular, funny, and easygoing. He'd go on date after date, but as soon as someone liked him back, he lost interest or found reasons to end things. At first, he said it was just bad timing or not enough chemistry. But eventually, he realized he was terrified of showing anyone the messy, complicated parts of himself. He thought, if they really knew me, they'd leave. So he left first. Being emotionally unavailable isn't about being cold or mean. It's usually about being scared. Scared of getting hurt, scared of losing control, scared of depending on someone else. But when you keep everyone at arm's length, you also keep out the very love and understanding you want most. Opening up doesn't have to mean sharing every secret on the first date. Start small. Let a trusted friend or family member in on something real. Something that scares you, excites you, or makes you feel vulnerable. Notice how it feels to be truly seen and supported, even if just for a moment. Next time you feel yourself dodging a deep conversation or wanting to hide behind your phone, pause and ask, what am I afraid will happen if I let this person in? Sometimes, just naming the fear out loud can take away its power. It's also helpful to look for patterns. Do you tend to leave relationships before they get serious? Do you keep things surface level, even with people who care about you? Do you use work, hobbies, or other distractions to avoid intimacy? These are all common ways emotional unavailability shows up, and you're definitely not alone. Healing this pattern is a journey, not a quick fix. Therapy, journaling, or even honest talks with close friends can help you unpack where these defenses came from and what you're still protecting yourself from. Give yourself credit for noticing, and be patient. Change comes in small steps. Remember, being emotionally available doesn't mean you never get scared. It means you're willing to stay, to talk, and to risk being known, even when it's uncomfortable. Real love is built on this kind of courage. Have you ever caught yourself holding back, even when you liked someone? What's the hardest part for you about opening up? What advice would you give to someone who's just realizing they're not as open as they thought? Share your experiences in the comments. Your honesty might help someone else take their first step. And don't forget to subscribe for more real talk on love, vulnerability, and self-discovery. In our next episode, we'll dive into how your attachment style, shaped long ago, can shape every relationship you build today.